Same old, just a different day. Out here trying to get it each and every way. Mama need a house, baby need some shoes. Times are getting hard. Guess what I'ma do? Hustle, 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 hard, hustle, 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 hard, hustle. Hard, closed mouths don't get fed on this boulevard. Can I pick?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight our broadcast will be shifting to Denver, where we'll see the Nuggets going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. The 76ers have really been playing well lately. They went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. Fellas, just like we were saying earlier, a lot of excitement has been built around this new season. So far, it has not disappointed. Your thoughts, Shaq, on things so far?
Well, for the teams that are losing, it's been a disappointment. But for the teams that are winning, it's now about maintaining that consistency. See if you can make it to the playoffs, how far you can go in the playoffs, and, hey, maybe you can win a championship.
Well, to me, the league is just getting more and more athletic. All the off-season training and all the nutrition and things, guys are more athletic. I don't know if they're better players, but they are much more athletic. And already we've seen some jaw-dropping highlights.
More athletic than when you played?
Without question, but they're not better players, not better skilled players, but they definitely – it's like you think about this. In archery, do you have to be athletic?
I don't know. Ask Shaq. He's the archer.
And when you do your archery, do you have to be athletic?
Yes, because I shoot with my toes.
Well, there it is. End of my point.
I'm glad that you asked Shaq. Whatever.
I do.
Live from Denver, it's the home of the Nuggets. We're broadcasting from the Pepsi Center. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. This is the first game back in Denver for the Nuggets. These are the games that challenge you. Guys, they will have their work certainly cut out for them, but they believe they can come away with a win.
Well, I think for Denver, they've never been able to take that next step this season and really break away from the pack.
And, you know, they're running out of opportunities to finally make that surge, partner. They're leaving themselves in a tough position in terms of the playoffs.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And so in the game for the 76ers, Henderson in at shooting guard, Okafor out there at Nerlens Noel. Then it's Goodwin, and it's Palmer in at the three.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
No good on the three.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Again, Doris Burke spoke with Mike Malone. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, and he said their preparation for this game was all about defense. Going up against one of the premier offensive teams in the NBA, he said, listen, it's a challenge that we need to embrace. Nobody can do it by themselves. It's got to be a collective effort. Guys, we'll see if they can put the brakes on this high-scoring team. It's never easy.
All right, Doris, they're probably well aware of the firepower they're up against here.
You know, it sounds like it. I mean, their coach knows how tough it is to slow this team down, and he wants to make sure his guys understand that as well.
Yeah, I guarantee he got his point across when prepping them for this one. He focused clearly on their absolute toughest effort defensively.
Now, here is Gallinari. Last time out, he had 14 points. Clock at 6. And it's Noel with the rebound.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Okafor. It's a three-point game. Goodwin passes to Henderson. That's good. And between breaks, you might have seen some new ads featuring Freak. He has become the spokesman for Gatorade recently.
Which puts him in a long line of NBA greats to pitch the drink. When you think of young and exciting players in the NBA, Freak is at the top of the list.
From outside the arc, count the bucket. Henderson's got 5. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, Moutier with the ball. Now defended by Goodwin. There's the screen. Feeds it to Gallinari. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3. And it's Gallinari again missing.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Goodwin with it. Against Phoenix, he was really on his game. Lets it go from 14. Again, Philadelphia. The Nuggets trail by 4. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Moutier pass to Jokic. Now, here is Gallinari. Guarded closely. Will it go? And again, Denver no good. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Warriors in Oakland.
And it's a tough game to lose. I mean, they actually put up a pretty solid effort, I thought. But when you're battling for a road win, even when you play hard, nothing's guaranteed.
Well, Greg, I think you've got to try to convert the positives. Take them into the momentum of your next game and use them for momentum. And then take what you did well and double down the efforts here tonight.
Now, here's Moutier following the miss by Freak. Moutier dishes to Cunningham. Stevenson drives in. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there. That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open. He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
There's a screen by Gorton. Stevenson right side. Tries from 10. Cunningham's shot is off. Philadelphia leading by 4. Now here's Henderson. He had 25 points in the win against Phoenix. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Well, the shooting guards you see listed there have been the ultra-reliable players for the past month. Take a look at their percentages from the field during that time. Freak number 1, Gary Harris 3rd.
You know, in tight or outside, these are all very reliable and consistent shooters. It's a safe option to put the ball in their hands and let them create something for themselves.
Well, it does smooth things out for a team to have a two-guard like one of the guys we're seeing there. I mean, you don't need to draw up anything fancy for these fellas. Just call an isolation and they'll get you something good.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And here's Moutier. 14 points from him the last game against Golden State.
Yeah, not to mention the 4 big steals on the night, getting after it on both ends. No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
McCallum, he's checked in for Moutier. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Gay kicks to Henderson. There's the feed to Okafor from 10 feet out, and the 76ers tack on 2 more. We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's McCallum. He feeds it to Cunningham. Soft touch off the glass. Cunningham's got his first points in this one.
Well executed possession. They controlled the shot. Nicely done.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. 76ers lead by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Right from the start, they have been able to really own that paint and just dominate the backboard.
Well, Greg, you can't dominate the boards unless all 5 guys are making the effort to box out and chase down the ball.
The Nuggets trail. Cunningham is out there with Gortat. Then it's Lance Stevenson. Then there's Caspi. And it's McCallum in at the point. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Stevenson's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Suns played some outstanding basketball. He ended with 25 points, and he was just about on target from everywhere, hitting from deep as well as sinking his free throws. He had a great game in all facets, and his coach called it a complete game of basketball. High praise to be sure, guys.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high. You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Here is Cunningham. Jahlil Okafor making his last shot. To the middle. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2. The 76ers shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Okafor.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. And that one's good. Jokic. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
And Philadelphia has possession. They trail by 1. There's the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level.
The Nuggets leading by 5. Here's McCallum. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pass to Gortat. Banked in off the glass.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Here's Henderson. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
The 76ers trail by 5. From deep three-point range, Denver grabs the miss.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Second chance shot, and he drops that one in. Cunningham's got the lead up to 7 now for Denver.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. The Nuggets. Second half just about to get going here.
Check out the game for money. He has 11 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Henderson, he's in at shooting guard. Noel is out there with Okafor. Then it's Goodwin, and it's Palmer, and at the 3, the small forward. Here's Hale. Rebound by the 76ers. Okafor's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Henderson. No luck. And the Nuggets going the other way. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Philadelphia this year.
Yeah, a quick 2-game series between the two teams, one in each club's home building.
Well, looky here. We've got an inter-conference matchup. Always interesting to see how two teams match up that don't get a chance to see a whole lot of one another.
There's the dish to Goodwin. Up top, Henderson. From deep, an absolute bomb from 3-point range. Henderson's got 14 points for the game.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Molinari passes to Hale. Here's Moutier. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really as close as you can get to an and 1 right there. He almost had it.
For Denver, they have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And a chance here to check out the league's scoring leaders. Freak number 1.
And all you have to do is point to his name. Story well enough or what? What a season.
Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against Phoenix.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day, they had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
And they were falling big time. I mean, from the top to the bottom of that roster, everybody was locked, loaded, and spraying jumpers.
And let's take a look at Danilo Gallinari's numbers. How his last 10 games have gone. Putting up about 14 points a night, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
And guys, they're finally getting the consistency they wanted to see from him. Look for that to continue. You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see them double up here.
I agree with you, Clark. They have not been successful with their single coverage.
The Nuggets have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. Down low, here's Okafor, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And he's good on the second. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Now, Moutier, 7 points in the game. Kicks it to Harris. And it's blocked by Henderson. And now, Philadelphia on the break. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Goodwin.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Dishes it to Gallinari. Shot clock at 6. Here's Jokic. Excellent D there from Okafor.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
There's a screen by Noel. The pass to Henderson.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
Moutier with the basket.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Passes it to Henderson for the lead. No good. And Denver the other way now. Harris kicks to Moutier. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. To the right side. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Goodwin with it. He's got 5. Okafor kicks to Henderson.
A chance here, Kevin, to take a look at the 76ers and how they rank in the NBA right now. First in shooting percentage, first in three-point field goal percentage. And they're also ranked #1 in taking care of the ball. Not many turnovers. They value possessions like no other.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. .156 left to play here in the third. Here's Caspi. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Caspi's got 7 points. A chance here to get a quick injury report.
It doesn't seem like too drastic of an injury. The schedule becomes a real grind at this time of the year, and that injury is only going to make things harder on this team. Guys?
All right, Doris. We will, of course, keep everyone updated as we find out more.
And you know what? He could have a long road ahead in terms of getting back on the court. But one thing we all know, he's never been shy of hard work.
No, he's not. I mean, he'll be doing everything he can to make it back as soon as possible.
76ers moving the ball around. Back to Gay. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and that one's good by Henderson.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Stevenson dishes to Caspi. There's a screen by Gorton. Caspi passes to Stevenson. Right wing, lets it go from deep. but they'll get another chance. Cunningham, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass. They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
Gay kicks to Jones. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Stevenson. Here's McCallum. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. To the right side. He dishes it to Cunningham. From deep, Stevenson. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Just when it looked like the third quarter was over, they go and do.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. The 76ers trail by 5. They've got Gallinari. Harris is out there with Moutier. Then it's Cunningham, and it's Gortat in at the 4 slot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Henderson, no good. Denver's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Gortat with the screen for Gallinari. Shot on the wing, and the rejection by Noel. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Shot is off. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Now, here is Gallinari. Shot clock at 5. There's the pick. From deep three-point range. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
The 76ers making a switch here. Goodwin's checked in. And then Henderson with the dunk.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all. He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Goodwin dishes to Henderson. Here's Noel. Misses from close range. The Nuggets leading by 3. Pass to Jokic. Harris with it. Now guarded by Noel. Here's Hale. Offline with the baseline jumper.
High quality shot. Just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him SHHing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here's Moutier. Pass to Jokic. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Feeds to Moutier. It's a beautiful jam.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one, although if he missed it, I might have.
Here's Henderson. But they get it back. Second shot opportunity, and it falls over the rim and in.
And you can just see by the way he fought for the putback that he's still got a lot of gas in the tank.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Mike Malone gave to his team during that last break. It's been a hard-fought game, and he just wanted to give his guys a chance to catch their breath, saying, listen, we're right there. Let's make a push right here, put some pressure on them. Let's come out swinging. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. No one covered. Harris has got 4 points this quarter. The 76ers trail by 3. And the pass to Paul. He kicks to Henderson. And it's all evened up.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Now the feed to Gallinari. 6 on the shot clock. The 3. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now here's Goodwin. Gallinari covering. Goodwin kicks to Henderson. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Nice basket there. Their offense has been much more impressive since halftime.
.53 left in the fourth quarter. Moutier pass to Harris. They set the pick. Down low. Here's Jokic. And another miss by Denver.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
They sure did. Would have loved to tie it up right there.
And it's Jokic with the rebound. Nuggets have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Moutier kicks to Harris. 5 on the clock. Inside. Here's Jokic. And Okafor with the block. Here's Henderson. And it's off from 3-point range. Moutier, no good.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Money!
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
Now in the court, your Mario Nuggets dancer. Let him hear it.
He feeds it to Harris.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
Henderson dishes to Goodwin. Just 5 on the clock. Buries it. to the middle. It's tipped. Okafor with the steal, and they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
From 17 feet out, Henderson pulls it in. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Gary Harris. That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Nuggets. Freak. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
No one near Moutier as he lets it go. And another miss by Denver. So the 76ers win it. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game. And Kenny, you had some words earlier while the game was going on. What do you think?
He was the star of the show for them on the offensive end. Over half of their points came through him. I think he was the number 1 option, the number 2 option, number 3 option, and then when the coach called timeout, he was still the option.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.